Primary school bans football at playtimes. How can they have another international soccer star? It's dangerous. People get hurt and argue. School bans games and cuts playtime numbers after complaints by the neighbours of noise. School bans real footballs from the playground. Leather footballs can hurt. So now the kids can only play with sponge balls. This is real. There's the headmistress. Ooh, I'm glad I'm not her. Australian schools are also doing this. We're banning cartwheels. It's dangerous. We've got schools banning conkers and leapfrog over safety fears. We've got schools banning contact because of fights. So no contact sport. For boys, children need risk. In a September 2011 research paper that has just come out, 2 Swedish researchers are now saying we have a risk of neurosis. We've got a generation who could come up with serious psychological problems because they didn't experience risk. No risky play equals a greater risk than a broken bone. Dads, put up your hand if you broke a bone as a kid. Mums as well. Why is playtime losing out? We're seeing playtime being cut right back, and the reason is simple. There's a parent reluctance to let the kids play outside on their own. There's a fear of abduction or injury because of our global media network. The likelihood is so remote, but it's so scary. And it's so scary because it's sensationalised. We read stories of fear. That's why when we were on the front page, the actual photographer who took the photo said, "This is a great story." We've got more TV, we've got more multimedia nannies. This story just came out that iPads are not babysitters. I'm sorry, but there are people I know in this room who have DVD players strapped to the back of their car seat, and I know a friend who said the best part of their holiday was the trip. The kids didn't argue. What about the new direction for Tudor House? The new directions are taking us into some exciting programs. In 3 years, there's been a focus on us establishing the environment, the staff, and the elements of good learning, while retaining an understanding of what Tudor is. As I say, it's not a revolution. I have too much pride in the school as it is and as it was. It's an evolution of new ideas, and it's for the right potential reasons. Learning Central is our academic program for boys. Learning for Life is an after-school program where we're getting together groups of people to give experiences so we unplug kids. Photography, but also languages, Mandarin. Why proud the curriculum when we can find time and space? We're looking at other focus elements too, food for learning. And I had a meeting this morning about a preservative-free diet, herb gardens outside the dining hall, a veggie garden beside the kitchen, waste recycling. And I've got the catering team, the maintenance team, I've got a permaculture veggie grower who are all interested, and that's going to be kicked off at the start of next year. Why? Kids have to know where food comes from. It is not a plastic pack. Also that worrying trend in vegetables. What if I had my vegetable, I washed it, and I put it down and I was able to eat it and share it with my friends? I think I'd eat it. Just take a moment to really predict about the future of kids. This little chap, the sailing boat, in the middle, it's Malcolm Fraser. It's interesting to know who took the photo. That photo was the first photo published by, I think it was David Moore, one of Australia's celebrated photographers. He took his little box camera down behind the scenes. You don't see him, but this was the first photo published by David Moore, and it was published in the school magazine. Tudor House is the place which I'm proud of, and I'm pleased that I've got so many people here to listen to it. It's a little secret, some people say. It shouldn't be. It should be a school that leads the way, innovates, and makes other schools consider what they do. We really need education in a primary school setting to be focused on childhood. And I'll go back to what I started about, and it was my wife's comment. How can you be a proper adult if you don't have a proper childhood? Thank you. Sophie says I talk too long. That's 44 minutes. Any questions or answers? If you'd like to ask me a question, you want to throw a question out. Some people have had children there, some people have seen kids grow, some people have been there. It's always hard to ask a question in public. Yes?
How do you deal with social media, Facebook?
We don't. We don't do it. And if your child's plugged into Facebook and they're under 14, you're breaking the law. Terms and conditions for Facebook means you should not be doing that. We don't do that. We block, our systems block. But do we block YouTube? No. We don't. We're not someone who wants to protect without understanding there's an educational process. But I do not believe computers for leisure. And so we're quite clear about that. And I can guarantee that if you come to our school in the afternoon, you'll see the kids kicking a football, playing in the mud sometimes, unfortunately, rather than being plugged in. Any other questions?
John, you talk about spreading this message to other schools and becoming like a benchmark for that message. Is that starting to permeate? Are you getting other heads of schools coming to you asking for guidance?
Yep. I've got 2 heads of schools, junior schools in Sydney, who want to come down and see what we do. I won't say the schools, but yes. People, from when we got onto the front page of the newspaper and the opinion pieces, the groundswell of support is amazing, because this is common sense. There's nothing in here that's really revolutionary. It's just going back to what we had as kids. And the experiment we're giving our kids right now hasn't been tried before. I think that's something we have to be careful of.
What sort of community work do you do with the children? Do you sort of have the activities where you do put your time towards something?
So, activities for the kids?
No, just
Community
community.
Yeah, community for the kids. As I said, Dream Cricket. So to Dream Cricket Day, we introduced, our school was the first to do it. What that is at Bradman Oval, all the special needs kids, less fortunate special school kids, they call them. I'd like to think they're special. Come to Bradman Oval, and our boys will go and work with them and support them. Lots of secondary schools are there this year, but Tudor House is the primary school. So there's that. Our other community focus is charity work. So our Red Cross concert is performance, and we perform so that the funds go towards the Red Cross. Charities we look at in 3 areas, and intentionally so: local, then national, and then international. So we're building up the understanding of what our focus is on giving. The other elements of our choir, going to nursing homes and singing for people, inviting people in. But there's all those areas need to be balanced with our level of kids' ability. So we are still a primary school, we're not a secondary school. So our social justice model has got to be framed around our kids having a little bit of interest. We've also got a relationship with Tangara, which is a special school, and our kids have them come over and they will give them a camping activity. So our kids will be with the special school kids and teaching them and playing with them. She can if she comes to the after school program. See, what we've done is we know that boys' academic levels are best fulfilled within a specialised educational setting. However, after school we're opening up our Learning for Life program, and that is allowing girls to come and mix with boys. We're not ignoring the importance of girls. Co-ed is the world, although, as I said on radio, you go to a barbecue and you'll see that difference. But if anything is to go by. We introduced a school dance, a boys' dance, and we had no girls, so we thought, how many girls are going to appear to this? There are more girls than boys. I wish I was back in year 6. Not now, so, but it's now on the social calendar, and we have 60 so girls come to our school to dance with the Tudor boys. The boys all made them little flowers out of crepe paper, asked them to dance, and the big thing was, how many girls did you dance with? So it's really, really good to be in a primary school and have those things.
John,
Yeah,
can I have a question for the kids?
Yeah, boys, just stand up. You're better. You're over here to use the microphone.
Well, so what do you like about the school? I mean, what is it?
Probably Kahiba and like how you can do pretty much anything at lunch or recess. Like you can climb trees if you want, or play rugby, or play soccer, or play foursquare. And you can just you can also go down to Westfield and play a game of footy or something. And you can at Kahiba when you make a fire, it's not like when you just use an oven to cook. You use just a grill and big hot plate, get some sausages and just cook your lunch.